Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, what's poppin', lockin', and what's droppin', baby? Welcome back to the series, back to the journey, and most specifically to this video. Now, I'm starting off this with a very unfortunate news. So, a lot of times when I record, it's on my phone because of the cardio and the physique check. I usually do it on my phone. Well, some very unfortunate news. I moved everything over to, I usually transfer everything to Google Drive. So I moved it over there and then delete everything from my phone. And then usually I take that footage and upload it to my computer so I can use CapCut to do everything. But unfortunately, I was trying to clear space on my Google Drive and literally deleted everything. So, which is fantastic. So that's unfortunately what happened. But we've been improving on everything else. I think the only thing I was able to save was my pull-up thing, but I'll explain that a little bit once I get there. But yeah, all my cardio and my physique checks have disappeared, so I need to improvise on how I wanted to do that, and I'm thinking of just pulling from my weigh-in video, because I filmed that today. So if it looks a little different because of that, I do apologize, but I'll explain everything once it gets to that point. But I'd say let's go ahead and get into the gym. See you guys at the end. Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, welcome to the push day segment of this video. So we are starting off with push day, and we're with this guy. I've been enjoying it, so I think I'm sticking with it. So we've increased the weight on each arm by 5 pounds, and we actually got a rep up. So that's a good progression point too. So I think for next week, we want to try to at least get 8 reps. So, but yeah, I'd say without further ado, let's get to it. Come on. Ooh, that felt good. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. This is the last rep, by the way. Plus our warm-up sets, so. Oh, man. I say let's go over to the barbell presses. Military barbell presses. Seated military barbell presses, to be exact. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen. I had to take the half because it was hitting the back of the, when I flipped it around, it was hitting the back of the chair, and then forward, the barbell was hitting the bill of the hat, so I had to take it off for this exercise. But, excuse me, seated military barbell presses. So when I went up 10 pounds total, 5 on each side, which is good. Increasing the weight. I'm really feeling it on the front side of the shoulders / a little bit of the upper chest. It's what we want. So stay well over there. Let's get to it. All right. There we go. Oh, there. It's like barely tall enough for me to go up there. So, successful on the increase for the military barbell presses. I'd say let's go some chest rotations, which we need to work on the form on that for a little bit. So, I'll explain a little bit more on that when we get there. All right, we are back with the chest rotations. My form's getting a little bit better here. I think we're still not 100% with the upper yet, regarding to the weight, but for the lower pack and the mid pack, I think we're chilling pretty hard, so let's get into it. for the lower, put your arms back, and you gotta like squeeze, enclose and squeeze the pec together. You'll definitely feel your lowers. So I feel like we gotta perform better on that one. So. A little better with the eccentric, as well as kind of clapping together, squeezing the pec. That's the most important thing. Squeeze that pec. Oh God. Ooh, I didn't like that rest rep, but we gotta drop down 30s for this because we gotta get the form right. But upper chest, you gotta uppercut your way up there. So learning day by day, all that matters. So let's do side lats or lateral raises, but for the side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are to the side laterals now. We're gonna those shoulders out to look like a Garen from League of Legends or Darius, either or. So this one, I've actually lowered down the cable thingy down to hip level, so it'll be around the same level as my hand goes, and then we're gonna stretch out. So it targets that lat a lot more, so I learned. So as you can see, hip level. Without further ado, let's get to it. We also went up on 5 pounds, by the way, so it's 17.5. Good improvement, I'd say. Swap to the other shoulder. Oh, it's very important to keep that eccentric for those two. It really targets that side lat, and they are quite burning right now. Oh, all right. Let's go to triceps. All right, down with the tricep push downs. See what we did there? Haha. I'm so funny sometimes. Just kidding. But anywho, so we're gonna be doing tricep push downs. We actually went up 5 pounds on this, which is really cool, especially being a new exercise from last week. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. There we go. Next week, we're gonna try to do 10, at least 9 reps, but just move over to the overhead tricep extensions. I don't know how this angle is gonna turn out, but we're gonna try our best on it. So, something a little bit different, and I watched a video on it. So, to do the overhead, I used to drop the cable thing all the way to the ground. So, apparently, if you do it to hip level, it actually makes it a lot easier to lift your ribs. So I've been doing it and it's actually been really well. Like I've actually went up 5 pounds on this too. So very good news. So I think this is a good weight for my 8 reps for here. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Oh, oh. Lordy, lordy, lordy. That feels a lot better. Do it at hip level. I don't know, maybe because I'm not trying to restrain it and to go back up, add more pressure to my elbows. I'm not 100% sure, but tell you one thing. Definitely an improvement. So we're going to be doing that moving forward. But in a mirror angle, I figured it'd be so you can at least see me do the whole entire thing versus like the side of my body. So it's kind of convenient that it's right next to a mirror. So we'll see how well this goes. But yeah. So we are doing minus 70 for my body weight. So I'll make sure to put that formula, if you call it a formula, it's subtraction, but put that on the screen to give you the total weight for this exercise. So, but yeah, this is the last set of doing 12 failure sets for dips. Let's get to it. Come on. Oh my god. Phew. Oh, holy jeez. That was killer. I don't know why my index fingers started cramping. That was kind of weird. Oh. Oh man. Okay. So, I'm gonna finish up doing sprints, and I'll catch you guys after that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, welcome to Pool Day, baby. Oh, so tempting enough I could do this back view, which I appreciate. So we're gonna do the lat pull downs. We're changing the grip to these V grips because I feel like it targets my lats a little bit more. But we've gone up 10 more pounds, so we're at 165 now, versus I think we were like 153 or something. So, well, technically 8 if you want to get a little technical with it, but let's 8 pounds. But without further ado, let's get to it. Oh my gosh. Whew. Holy crud. Ah. God, that's brutal, man. Now that's so. So, most important one for those, keep your elbows in. So, oh, jeez. Phew. Let's do some rows. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you guys, my motivation, it's not there today. But we still continue on with the journey as we must conquer horizontal rows. Same weight, but we're going up 1 rep. That's what I like. We're improving. That's all that matters. So I think without further ado, let's get to it. Should be at 7 reps. All right. Oh, God. Just gotta get that muscle memory down by doing a little of those shoulder blade taps, whatever you call them. Oh, jeez. Hey, let's just do let's do some overhead lat pullovers. Especially this is an overhead. These are just cable lat pullovers, but I've been getting a better form for these. So, but weight's about the same. I think this machine's different from the other one. So this is 47.5 pounds, but last week did 50. So, but without further ado, let's get to it. Make sure we're just keeping eye level with it when we do it. Just make sure your bench elbows a little bit, keep them locked, and they should be golden. Oh man. All right. We're going to stay on the same machine, but we're going to do rear delt isos. Oh, all right. Now we're back with doing the iso delt flies. Like I said, the name incorrect earlier, but iso delt flies. Same weight, but we've bumped up the reps. I think with 2 more, so we got 10 total. So let's get to it. Oh. Switch sides. Oh, put a lot more on my left one than on my right. Oh, I don't know why it's weird. It's a little bit more tense on my left, but got that done with. I think just move on some biceps. All right, so we got going on now. Base shin curls, but we're using this machine that I've been using for my chest rotation. This would be a better way to do it. So, say without further ado, let's go ahead. 4 pounds more with 10 reps as well. Good God. Oh, all right. Oh, let's move on to reverse barbell curls. We are back with the reverse grip reacher curls. And it was very unfortunate. My earbuds died, so we're gonna have to figure out how to do this. I forgot to charge them, so that's on me. But good news is we're almost done. So, but we've increased the rep on these because these are absolutely killer. So I don't really see myself improving on these like anytime soon, but that just means we got to keep working at it. Well, that matters. But without further ado, let's get going. One more, come on. Oh my goodness. God, that suck. They are so good for your forearms, though. You don't understand. The others, they're more for your inner forearm, like right here, but more this part right here. I'm training otherwise, but yeah. Jesus. All right. do some pull-ups. I'll get you guys on rows after that. Alright, so a little bit of a different angle here. Usually I do pull-ups, but the assisted pull-up machine's taken, so I did normal pull-ups. I can't do a normal pull-up. Well, I can, but like I can't do it consistently. But I did 3 in a row. So, but I didn't pull the camera out for that because I wanted to try to get as many as I could. So I attempted to do pull-ups for the past like 10 minutes. So I think I had like 11 total, just body weight. So I had to like kind of lift my legs a little bit too to kind of help with the weight a little bit. But oh, yeah, my upper back is. That's another reason why I changed from the close grip for the lat pull downs to this, because I don't do wide grip pull-ups. I do mid grip pull-ups. So that helps with overall body lifting, so forth. So yeah. So it's been one of the rows. Before they did the redesign for the gym, this room used to be packed, but then they put some squat racks over in the back area, which I've done squats over there before, but now barely anyone comes in here. So this is a great opportunity to film in here. I feel a little bit more confident when I talk, so still kind of keep it low, but I think we're chilling. Of course, I forgot to charge my earbuds, so that's on me, why I don't have any music going, but I feel like my concentration's a little bit better without the music. So, but this background music at the gym's also not fantastic, but it's on me, so whatever. But we got the sumo squats going on here. By the way, welcome to leg day. Forgot to mention that earlier. But we're doing the same weight, but we're going to be adding a rep just because my squat game is not there. But I just chugged a Alani, so before coming here to kind of get more energy because I was just depleted. So, but let's get 7 reps on whatever weight this is. I think it's like, what, 135, 155? So let's do 7 reps on 155. Come on. Oh my God. One more, come on. Whew, one more. You're done. There we go. Oh, shoo. God, squats are something else, man. Oh. Alright, 1 rep. Slowly want to progress with the squats, though. I used to be able to do, what was it, 185? No. Yeah, 185 before. So, yeah, I don't know. Definitely, depleted there, but we progress as we go, as they say. So, without further ado, let's hop on over to deadlifts. I think it's deadlift time. I was able to do 8, so that's kind of the last thing that we're trying to shoot for here. But I'm thinking after this, depending on how I feel, I think we can go to 225. I think we can do it. So, see how well these I do on these, and then we can determine that when we're done. Because, ooh, these are killer, man. Jeez.
That's crazy. Alright, well, definitely had that drilling kick through me, that's for sure. We'll get a 225 try next week. So, I say let's go over and do some glute drives. Okay. Whew. Time to build the booty. As this is literally called the booty builder. So, we've gone up on weight on this. It's fantastic. 15 pounds. Nailing down 6 reps for these because they're absolutely killer. So when I did the original weight, I was able to surpass 8. So that was for me to move up. But I think for this one, definitely can only do 6 for sure. So, bit of an uncomfortable position for this machine, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to build that booty. Building your glutes is really good for you, by the way. It helps with a lot, especially if you sit down a lot. And overall, just like jumping, and it's got a lot of benefits to it. So that's why a lot of my leg day exercises revolve around glutes. So, but enough yapping. Let's get to it. Come on. Ooh. That's how we do it. Sheesh. Those always get me, man. God. I'm going to wipe this guy down. And now we get to the easier portions of the leg exercises, which is the independent exercises. Catch you guys then. Okay. Alright. We're going to try for 10 reps here. I was struggling quite a bit, but we gotta get to it. All the quad machines were taken, so I'll do hamstrings first, and then we'll do quads after. Just a little nuts, but because people like their leg extensions. Now, we're kind of overworking the hammies here a bit. Might be one of the reasons, but got 120 pounds. We're trying to shoot for 10, because, man, we were struggling to get there. So, alright, without further ado, let's get to it. Didn't like that last rep. I didn't like it. But we got there. Did not like that last rep at all. Whew. Alright. I think we're done with hammies. Let's go ahead and do some quads. Okay. Sheesh. Oh, slip on to the thread in here. Let's work on some quads, guys. Whew. So at 145, we're gonna try shooting for 10 reps. I was able to do 9 the other ones, so we're gonna see how far we go. Getting to 10. But this is a pretty heavy one, so if we're able to get over next week, then I'd say we could bump it up a little bit more. But yeah, this, sheesh. Oh, God, I'm getting tired. I gotta do a bike burnout too after all this. It's just a little nuts. I'm not even an hour in. Alright. Oh, we're almost done, so without further ado, let's get to it. Oh, there we go. Oh, lightheaded. Oh, I'm lightheaded. Yeah. Ooh. God damn.
Try not to cuss, but God, leg day is my favorite, but God, it's exhausting. Whew, alright. Let's do some inductions. Remember before, I did not work the inner thigh at all. My inner thigh is like jello, man. You touch it, so flap, 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 flap. Started doing these. My inner thighs are tightening up, which means we're getting more muscle there. Which is what we want. Good. So, ah, jeez. So we're at the same weight, but we've been doing 10 reps. So I'm thinking we can go to 120 because this doesn't go over, or doesn't do fives. So I said we're gonna have to do 120 next week. So we'll give that a try. But for the sake of my inner thighs, we're gonna be doing 10 reps at 110. So. Spread movement for the ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world. Let's get started. Come on. Oh man. Alright. Let's do some calves. Alright, I'm gonna do this quick because this camera angle is very unfair to the gym community. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and nail these bodyweight calf raises up real quick. I guess plus 30 pounds to kind of keep stability to the weight. All to failure. Oh, my calves. Ay, 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 caramba. Alright, do some bikes and then we're done.
Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, thank you so much for tuning in to the weight loss portion of the video. If you guys are liking the journey so far, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, especially with the ones who are willing to start their weight loss journey and are willing to do so. Comment anything positive or negative. We're on the internet, so we gotta learn to take it. But once again, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world, thank you so much for taking your time to check out my journey and how I'm progressing on my weight loss and fitness journeys. Stay disciplined, stay focused. Catch you guys on whatever I pull next. Peace.